Do you have an accurate plant model that identifies your physical assets? Do you have an updated and complete bill of materials for your critical assets? Do you know which parts are still being manufactured and which ones have been discontinued? What if a line goes down? Do you have the parts you need to get it back online quickly? Is your process for maintaining storeroom inventory as efficient and accurate as it should be? If you answered no to any of these questions, you need a Rockwell Automation Installed Base Evaluation. An Installed Base Evaluation, or IBE, helps you develop and support an effective strategic maintenance plan by providing you with actionable intelligence. There are 3 steps to an IBE: collecting production-specific data on site, processing and analyzing that data, then delivering detailed reports and recommendations that can help you optimize your installed base and inventory levels. Here's what an IBE might look like for a typical tire manufacturing plant. During data collection, a Rockwell Automation field service engineer uses a portable data collection device to gather detailed plant asset information and create a hierarchy that is specific to that facility by mapping assets to production priorities and using terminology and plant descriptions that are important to you. Building by building, zone by zone, we go through every aspect of your production processes to capture relevant installed base and spare part data, including environmental conditions, the number of operating hours per process, and part catalog numbers. Rockwell Automation has invested in the tools and software needed to collect and analyze this kind of data efficiently. We use these tools to collect data on every asset so you and your staff can focus on running your plant. Our IBE analysts compare the collected data to our master database, which contains information and attributes for more than 3 million Rockwell Automation and third-party products. Using specially designed algorithms, mean time between failure rates, and variable operating hours by production process, we calculate recommended inventory investment levels and generate a series of reports that can be sorted according to highest risk. Finally, a Rockwell Automation IBE specialist will meet with you to present our recommendations and share interactive reporting tools. Let's look at 2 examples. The Inventory Analysis Report gives an overview of what's installed and what's in the storeroom. This customer's total inventory has been valued at just over $435,000. 71% of that is their installed base, and 29% is in their storeroom. A closer look at the storeroom inventory tells us that they have 32% in active spares, which directly support the installed base, 40% in excess active spares, which is more than what they may need based on our findings, and 28% in inactive spares, which were found in the storeroom but not in the installed base. Next, we'll look at how the 32% in active spares compares to our recommendation to pinpoint where there's a lack of critical spares. Our total recommended inventory value for this facility is approximately $85,000. However, only $41,000 of that is invested in active or critical spares, which means this customer would need to invest $45,000 to bring inventory levels up to where they should be, so they can minimize any unplanned downtime. So how do they know which parts to invest in? Our inventory analysis spreadsheet shows the information we collected in this customer's facility. It can be sorted by part number, description, installed quantity, recommended number of spares, stored quantity, or life cycle status. This helps determine the highest risk, parts that are installed in the facility, but there are no spares in the storeroom, and the part has been discontinued. For products that are not plug and play, our location report will show where these parts are throughout the facility. So if necessary, they can be migrated from one location to another until they can be replaced. Our second example shows results and reports for the life cycle analysis of an IBE. We start by reviewing the status of your Rockwell Automation products, those that are active, still being made, those labeled silver, still available but not for long, and those that have been discontinued but are still supported. Our analysts have identified 34 parts, or 18% of this customer's installed base, as being discontinued. Our Risk by Location report identifies where these parts are located. In this example, Process 3 has the highest risk, but Process 5 is more critical to production. Next, we look at the Products by Location report to see which parts in Process 5 which have been labeled silver or discontinued, and whether there is sufficient inventory to support the installed base. This data can be sorted to show part location, manufacturer, part number, installed quantity, storeroom quantity, life cycle status, and so on. Viewing information this way helps to prioritize where and how to invest your inventory budget. A Rockwell Automation installed base evaluation gives you valuable insight into your facility's inventory levels. It allows you to catalog and locate every spare part in your facility, so you can identify the critical spares, as well as the life cycle status for every part. This information is essential for optimizing inventory levels, lowering inventory costs, reducing downtime, and improving your strategic maintenance plan. Don't wait until it's too late. Talk to a Rockwell Automation representative today to schedule an installed base evaluation.